So what brings you here to see me today?
Well, overall, I'm just looking to change my eating habits.
And what caused you to want to make this change?
Well, I've gained a few pounds, and not that it's anything serious, I'm still looking to maintain a healthy weight. So I think that eating better will help me accomplish this goal.
And when would you say you experienced the weight gain?
Well, ever since I came back from winter break is probably when I started experiencing it, being that I've just been eating more in general. I don't know if it's out of stress or something else, but I also don't eat at very good times of the day.
So why don't you walk me through what a typical day is like for you?
Well, considering that some days of the week I have earlier classes and then other days of the week I have classes at 4 o'clock, on those days I'll wake up a little later and I won't have time to eat until later on in the day because I also have a job, so it kind of interferes with when I get to eat and when I don't eat. So sometimes I'll just eat snacks instead, or I'll eat something really light and then it'll cause me to eat more in the evening.
Well, it's good that you recognize that. So walk me through maybe yesterday or today, 24 hours of what you ate from when you woke up to when you went to bed, if you can remember.
Well, today I woke up at around 9:30. I went to class at 10 o'clock and then I got home at 1 o'clock. I didn't eat anything before class, and so when I got home from class I had to make something really quick because I had work at 1:30. So I threw in just a quick microwave meal, and then I went to work and I got home at 5:30, and I haven't eaten anything yet, but I'll probably eat dinner around 7:30.
And what do you usually eat for dinner? What does a usual dinner consist of?
Well, I'll try to make chicken and some type of side. Sometimes I'll make rice or pasta, and then since it's not that filling, I'll eat more later on in the night, just snacks.
So it seems to me like you're really busy throughout the beginning and middle of your day, so you don't really have a lot of time to eat, and that's why you eat a lot more at night and end up snacking. So what is it like at work? Do you eat there or?
Well, the times that I'm usually there, they have snack time. I work at a daycare, so they have snack time at work, but it's usually nothing big at all. I'll have some crackers or something like that. And then occasionally, if I'm there for lunch, they do make lunch. They have a kitchen that makes lunch for all the kids, so there'll be extra left over that I can eat. But usually it's not very appetizing, and sometimes they don't have enough left over from the kids, so either way I don't eat a lot when I'm at work.
So do you mind if we talk about in the past, you said you fluctuate weight, so what has worked for you in the past to help you lose weight? What were you doing differently?
Well, ever since I came to school is when I usually fluctuate weight, and then when I'll go home for the summer, I'll just notice myself losing weight because I'm just busier and I don't have as much time to eat, and I'm not as stressed out, so I'll just eat less.
So do you think that being busy in the summer causes you to eat less,
Yeah.
but being busy when you're here, you just don't have time?
Well,
What are the obstacles that you think are holding you back?
Well, in the summer, I feel like I eat healthier because it's summer and I want to be more fit, and so I'll lean towards healthier foods. But here it's it's just the stress from school and stuff. I don't really feel as pressured to eat healthier.
So what causes you right now to want to make that change?
Well, I just noticed that I've put on a few pounds, nothing serious, but just a few pounds, and summer's coming up, and so I just wanted to lose a few pounds, but also get into a healthy habit where I can, for the rest of the semester, where I can eat consistently and have it like not be as like bad food. I don't think it's a problem with making the food. It's just I don't really know what to buy sometimes, and honestly, like, it's just like I don't. It's not that I don't like healthy foods, but
So,
I'd rather eat something that's good.
So, what are some foods that you typically do like and that you eat regularly?
Well, in the mornings, my go-to is usually cereal. I just recently started eating eggs. And then for lunch, like, it depends on what I have time for. Sometimes I'll just throw in like a microwave meal, but if I have time, I'll make like chicken or like soup and grilled cheese, like something fast.
And what about at night?
At night, I'll eat like whatever I have. Usually, I'll try and eat like some sort of meat to fill me up, like chicken or like I don't really buy any other meat besides chicken, but like I'll eat chicken and like pastas or like rice and like some stuff like that.
And how do you usually cook your chicken?
Well, sometimes I use like a dry rub. I try not to use like breadcrumbs and stuff because it's like a lot of oil, so I'll do that occasionally, but not a lot because it's healthier like the other way. So I'll usually just use like a dry rub or like some kind of seasoning.
And what would you say your fruit and vegetable intake is like?
Well, I don't eat a lot of fruits. I like fruit, but I don't really eat a lot because I feel like it's hard to like, it doesn't stay fresh for that long, so then I end up wasting it, so I don't buy a lot of fruit. But if I were to buy fruit, I've tried to buy like bananas in the past, but I don't like want bananas every day, so then they end up going to waste. I'll buy like raspberries or like some type of berries. I tried drinking smoothies for a while, and sometimes I'll like do that instead of like a protein shake or something. Vegetables, I don't eat a lot of, because like when I try and buy salads and stuff, it's the same thing, like it just goes to waste. And like if I don't have like chicken for that week, then like there's nothing to put in it, so I don't usually enjoy salads and stuff like that.
So how often would you say you go grocery shopping?
I try to go like once a week or every week and a half or so.
And do you think it would be possible to go grocery shopping more often?
Yeah, I think it would be possible.
But is it something that you actually think you would do?
Yeah, I think I would.
So what's your activity level like?
Well, I try to go to the gym at least twice a week, but sometimes I don't have time, so I'll make it there like once a week. But like I've recently been trying to do more cardio, but other than that, I'll just pick like a muscle group to do that day, and I'll do that for the week. I've been trying to go more, but I don't have as much time as I would during the summer.
So what times do you usually go to the gym?
Well, I prefer to go in the mornings, but I usually don't have time for that, so I end up having to go at night. And then it's either like I have too much work at night or I lose motivation at night because like something about the night just makes me lose motivation. And then but at least once a week I'll like push myself to go, even if that's at night, which it usually is.
So what would you say your physical activity level is like outside of the gym?
I don't have much physical activity outside of the gym. Like I'll walk home from work sometimes, but other than that, I don't really have a lot. I work at a daycare, so like there's a lot of moving around, but it's not really like physical activity.
Well, it is good that you walk home from work because that is physical activity, and I know that the daycare is at least a 3-minute drive, so it probably is a good distance of a walk. Have you tried to go to the gym earlier in the day, maybe in between work and classes, or?
I usually wouldn't have time to go between work and classes because I only get like an hour or like an hour and a half, so it's not enough time. But Mondays is usually a day where I don't have class until 4, so sometimes I'll try and go to the gym during that time, but I haven't been doing it recently because I'll just like sleep in, or like I'll have other work to do, like studying or something. But Mondays I usually used to go to the gym earlier. Fridays is another day where I don't have any classes, but I usually work the whole entire day sometimes, and then I go out that night, so I usually just don't go to the gym.
So, do you mind if I ask about your fluid intake? Things you usually drink?
Well, I'm a big fan of soda, but I've been trying to cut it out of my diet a little bit. I drink water, but I don't think I drink as much as I should
So, how much water do you think that you drink?
a day.
Mm-hmm.
Like, probably a bottle of water, maybe 2 on a good day.
Okay. And how often would you say you drink soda per week?
Like, how many times?
Yes, and how much?
Well, I stopped buying bottles, like, for the house, but, like, over the weekends, if we get fast food or something, I'll probably have, like, maybe 1 cup or, like, 2 cups of soda. So, a week.
Well, that's good that you realized that it was an issue and that you stopped buying bottles, because I know that not having it around makes it probably a lot easier to not drink it. So cutting it down to once a week is actually really good, and that's a really good goal. What are some other goals that you think are realistic for you?
Probably eating more fruits and vegetables, cutting back on like pastas and stuff like that. Eating like a bigger lunch or breakfast, maybe like preparing it like the night before and eat so that I have it for the next day if it's like a busy day the next day. I think that would be really helpful if I did that.
So out of those that you listed, what are the 1 or 2 that you think are the most realistic for you in the next month?
Maybe like preparing foods for the week, or not even the week, just like the next day, and like I don't know, eating more like healthier snacks. Like instead of eating like unhealthy snacks, I can eat like fruit or vegetables or something.
And you think, how motivated are you to make that change on a scale of 1 to 10 for the fruits and vegetables? Because I know that you
for
said
that part, probably like a hard 6.5, but I can try.
Well, maybe we should pick something that may be more attainable.
Okay.
Would you mind if I listen?
Sure.
Maybe going to the gym 3 days a week, or drinking more water every day, or just eating breakfast is a good goal.
Well, I usually do try to eat breakfast. I think the water one's a good one, and then the preparing foods a night before if I have a busy day the next day.
So meal prepping? Have you tried meal prepping in the past?
Yeah, like I used to, when I went to community college, I had a job every day after school, so I would go straight from school to work until 6 o'clock, so I would make like a salad with chicken every single day for like the week, and it would be like really helpful.
So since you were successful with it in the past, then that means there's a good chance that you will be successful. So I think that's a really good place to start with meal prepping. And what do you think you're going to make when you meal prep? Do you have any ideas?
I mean, I do really like the chicken Caesar salad is what I used to eat. And I noticed that I lost weight when I did that because I would eat it like every day, and it's something that I like. So I think I could do that. It's just like grilling the chicken. I don't really like know how to like grill the chicken really.
Okay, well, we can go over that before our next session. And maybe switching it up, so maybe we can go over some other ideas. So, okay, so
I was thinking like I can start getting brown rice instead of white rice, and then I can make regular chicken with brown rice and have that like prepared for the next day.
And do you think that you enjoy those foods enough that you would eat them every day?
Yeah.
Okay, and so back to the water. Do you mind if we talk about that a little more? So, where do you usually get your water from?
I just buy like packs of water bottles. Like that's pretty much all I drink since we don't have like a water like purifier or whatever. I usually just drink like bottled water.
And how often would you say you get those? Purchase them at the store?
I try to do it every time I go grocery shopping, which is like once a week. But if I still have some left over, I won't. But sometimes like it won't be enough to get me through the rest of the week. So I think I need to start like refilling them either at school or like the daycare or something at like the water fountains. It's just usually I forget, so I don't do that as often.
Yeah, I think that's a really good idea to try and fill them up. I know that's what I do. Like when I go to school, I'll refill them, or even carry a water bottle that is easier to refill instead of a regular water bottle. So I'm going to calculate how much water you should be drinking, and maybe we'll start off slow, and I'll give you an exact number of how much you can start off drinking a day, because realistically, if you jump into drinking a lot of water after drinking 1 to 2 water bottles a day, it may not last. So we'll slowly get into that. And I think that will help keep you full also. And as far as meal prepping, do you know which days and how many days a week you want to do that?
Probably like twice a week, because Tuesdays and Thursdays are my long days usually. Because I usually work Thursdays right after classes, and then Tuesdays I also have like a night class that night after my regular class, so I don't feel like making a ton of like food at like right when I get home, because I usually want to like nap or like do work before my next class. So usually probably like 2 days a week.
Okay, good. Now you said in your packet that you wanted a meal plan. How do you think that would benefit you?
I think that if I got a meal plan, I would know what to buy at the grocery store when I go, so that way I would have it all in the house and I would have a lot of variety, and I would be able to plan out just like what to eat on certain days, so that I know I'm not like eating like bad like foods, like bad foods for me, like that often, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. So do you think that maybe just not buying these foods at the grocery store would also help?
Yeah, I mean, it's not like I buy unhealthy foods all the time at the grocery store. It's just that I don't know like what healthy foods I should buy all the time that'll like stay preserved. Like salads, I tried it and like I don't eat it enough, so it goes bad.
And have you tried buying smaller bags or smaller portions of that?
I have, but I think since I wasn't that determined to keep eating salads and stuff, that I just like didn't, I would just let it go to waste. But like I'm gonna try and eat it more often, so that way it won't like go to waste as much.
And how determined do you think you are for that goal? Of the meal prepping and all that?
I think I could definitely swing it.
On a scale of 1 to 10, what would you say?
Like 8.5.
Okay. And what about the water?
Like 9.
Okay, that's good. So a meal plan is pretty much I'm gonna calculate how many calories you need, and I'm gonna separate it into how many carbs, proteins, and fats you need. It's very specific. Can you see yourself following a very detailed meal plan, or would you rather more of a meal pattern and just like healthy food suggestions? What do you think would benefit you more? Even just setting out specific times during the day that you can eat?
Yeah, maybe just the pattern. Maybe the pattern would be easier.
Okay. So for our next meeting, I'm going to check in on your goals. So let's write this down. So we'll say, so you said you drink about 1 to 2 water bottles a day. So how confident are you that you can drink 3 to 4 water bottles a day?
Maybe 3 to start off would be better.
Okay. And you feel that confident that you can do that? Okay, so let's start with 3 water bottles a day. And meal prepping. So, would you say twice a week?
Yeah, I would say Monday night I would do it, and then maybe like Wednesday nights. But it really depends on my work schedule. But mainly I'm just aiming for 2 nights a week, depending on my work schedule
Okay.
and when I'm the busiest.
Okay, so we're gonna try for 3 water bottles a day and meal prepping 2 days a week on your busy days so that you can eat enough throughout the day and you don't end up eating everything all at night. Now, you said that you often eat pasta at night. How much pasta do you usually eat?
Well, I haven't been eating a lot recently. It's just like easy to cook, so I'll make that. I would say like twice a week or so.
Okay, and that's not bad. So,
But I'll also eat like foods like carbs. Like I'll eat like grilled cheese and stuff too, like sometimes for lunch because it's easy to make with like soup or something.
and that's not bad, like everything in moderation. I mean, you are a healthy weight. I think that meal prepping is going to help you a lot so that you can eat at more controlled times and that way you're not eating all at night. Okay, so let's plan to meet. How's 1 month from today?
Sounds good.
Okay. All right, I'll see you then.
All right.